Hey there, YouTube. Corncob Piper coming at you. It is a Sunday evening. I hope everybody's had a great weekend so far. I know I have. I met yesterday up in Tampa at Edwards Pipe and Tobacco. Andy from Iron Rails and Pipe Dreams, as well as Elwood Maker. Had a great time with those guys and enjoying my Sunday here as well. If you want to check out the video of Edwards, the pipe meetup that I had, I got a video that I posted yesterday if you want to see that. But today is Sunday, and Sunday is review day. And today we are going to be reviewing a Burley tobacco. This is HH Old Dark Fired. And we are actually going to do a tobacco two reviews today. So HH Old Dark Fired in the flake form, as well as the ready rubbed. Now I have gone ahead and done the research for you, and I have smoked these side by side, but in the same kind of pipe, cob pipe, and they really are one and the same. The tin's going to run you around $10 from like smokingpipes.com. The ready rubbed runs you about $3.50 an ounce. So if you want to save some money, you know, and definitely make it easier to jar up, definitely go with the ready rub, because like I said, taste wise it is one and the same. There is no detectable difference between the two. Now for the purposes of this video today, I am going to be smoking the Flake, just because it is harder to jar up than the ready rubbed, and I want to get through that before I get into the ready rub, which is going to go right in a jar. This I'm going to leave in the tin because I'll smoke through it probably rather quickly. And we are going to be smoking it today from a new pipe, which I just got in the mail yesterday when I got home from Tampa. This comes from a Missouri Meerschaum. Going to open up the box real quick and just cut it open, and I'll show you what's inside. So this is the collaboration between Cornell and Deal and Missouri Meerschaum. This is somewhat of a country gentleman style shaped bowl, but more refined. It's got the Cornell and Deal sticker on the bottom, and it does come with an acrylic stem as opposed to the plastic that Missouri Meerschaum mostly uses. And it's got quite an aggressive bend on it. Now they do have a poker version, which is the same, but it's a straight shank and a smaller bit. But I've been watching everybody smoking these things on their channels, and I had to get my hands on one, and I am excited that it finally came, and we'll be able to go ahead and try this out today. So HH Old Dark Fired, obviously I said is a Burley tobacco. It's really a Virginia Burley, so a Weber. It consists of Burley, Kentucky, and Virginias. And it's a mix of dark-fired Burleys with flue-cured Virginias. And when they press it, they use a hot pressing system where they actually use steam and heat that's involved. And it helps all the tobaccos marry together much, much better than just a regular press. And it is quite a tasty tobacco. And let's go ahead and take a look at what this looks like. And I'm going to show you the flake version as well as the ready rubbed. Okay, so here we are, and here is the ready rubbed version, and then here is the flake form of it. It's a very, very dark colored, nice looking flake, as well as the ready rubbed, and you can see the ready rubbed is pulled apart in quite nice ribbons. Very, very easy to pack. I do rub the flakes out before I smoke it. And like I said, we're going to be smoking today the flake form, just so I could, because it's the ready rub's easier for me to jar up, and I'm trying to get through the flake before I switch to the ready rubbed. But there is no discernible difference between the taste in the ready rubbed and the taste in the flag or the flake form. But a very, very nice looking tobacco here. The flakes come a little bit moist. So you will want to allow some dry time. Mine have been sitting out for, well, this bottom one has been sitting out for about 20 minutes now. It's ready to go. This top one I'm going to go ahead and stick back in the tin. And I'll continue to leave that in the tin probably. Like I said, I'll smoke through this pretty quickly, so it may not get to the correct moisture level before I'm done with it, but definitely on the flake form, you're going to want to allow it to give it some dry time. For the ready rubbed, comes perfect moisture level, ready to smoke right out of the bag. At least all the ones that I've ordered so far have. Okay, so for the pouch or tin note, I'm going to go ahead and open up the bag here, the ready rubbed. There's no difference in the smell either, as well as the taste. It's just easier for me to get my sniffer inside the bag than it is the little tin. So I get hit basically with a lot of earthiness, as well as some dark fruits like figs, prunes, raisins, that kind of deal. Little bit of citrus, and just a definite earthiness smell is the only way I could describe it. And there's a little bit of spiciness or smokiness in the pouch note as well, but it really does smell quite delicious. I almost get the smell of almost like a fig Newton in there as well too, if that makes any sense. There is no topping or casing on this, so it's not sweetened, but it definitely, like, there's almost like a fig Newton or like a doughy kind of smell going with the dark fruit as well. But it is a very pleasingly smelling tobacco, and this is a pretty full flavor tobacco. So if you're into like mild tobaccos, this might not be your cup of tea. Definitely, I would not recommend this to somebody that was just starting out pipe smoking. Go ahead and get this guy lit up, and we'll discuss the taste profile. I got to go grab my tamper real quick. This pipe, by the way, is awesome. I'm loving this thing, and it really feels nice to have a corncob pipe with a very comfortable feeling bit in your mouth. I wish Missouri Meerschaum would come out with some more cobs with an acrylic bit on it as opposed to using the plastic. It really does make for a much more enjoyable experience with the pipe. But this thing definitely is very cool looking. But let's get back to the tobacco that we're reviewing. So there's a couple different kind of Burleys in here. I think 3. One of them obviously is a Kentucky. I'm not sure what the other 2, but I from memory serves me right, I think I read that there was 3 different Burleys in here, as well as a Red Virginia that's been flu cured. Obviously, the Burleys are the star of the show here. Get that nice nuttiness out of the Burley, as well as an extreme earthiness from the Kentucky, like I have never experienced in another blend. I hope that makes sense when I say earthy. It's really hard to explain that flavor. I guess think almost like the smell you would get from a damp like forest floor carried over into a taste. And I know that doesn't sound too appetizing, but it really is a quite nice and delicious taste, at least for me. The Virginias are definitely in the background here, but they do carry through. And what they carry through with is that dark fruit flavor, as well as every once in a while I get some dark chocolate notes from it as well. That's actually probably coming from the Burley, I'm guessing. There almost is a very high quality cigar-esque taste to this as well. Absolutely no bite. I puff on this one pretty aggressively, as you can see. It's never given me any kind of bite, and it smokes very, very cool all the way to the bottom of the bowl. The smoke from this is like very, very rich and creamy. And when I say creamy, I mean creamy in the same way that like GLP's Quiet Nights or Esoterica Penzance is creamy. This has that same kind of creaminess in the mouthfeel as those do. And this may take a couple lights to get going. But once it does, it generally burns fairly well. It will require very few relights after that. But this is definitely one of the better tobaccos that I have ever, in my opinion, smoked in my lifetime. It is quickly becoming one of my all-time favorites. Now, I have not been smoking it very long, only since right around the first of the year. But I can't seem to put the stuff down when I do smoke it. And I do find myself reaching for this stuff quite often. And I think the big factor in that for me is that extreme earthiness in the flavor. I just really, really enjoy that. And then once you get maybe through the first quarter or halfway the bowl, this does get a little bit spicy as well. Which only adds to the complexity of the blend, adds to the flavor profile, and then you start picking up those dark fruits from the Virginia, little hints of dark chocolate every now and again from the Burleys. Definitely that classic Burley nuttiness. And, you know, I do believe that hot pressing definitely marries these tobaccos together in an awesome way. I don't know if this blend would be as good if it was just, you know, done with a regular press, just the weight without the heat. But a very, very, very fine blend. If you do, I would say even somebody that is not a big fan of Burleys would probably enjoy this tobacco too, just because of the dark fruit taste from the Virginias and the earthiness that gives us off. So if you've smoked some Burleys in the past, but you weren't too impressed with them, didn't really feel like it was for you, I would say give this one a try for sure. This may change your opinion on well, not change your opinion on Burleys, but this may become a Burley tobacco that you could, you know, enjoy yourself. So I'm pretty sure you guessed my 5-star rating for Mac Baren's HH Old Dark Fired, but this is going to get a 5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, quickly becoming one of my all-time favorite tobaccos. I did a video recently discussing my Magnificent 7, and I'm pretty sure this is going to make it in there, the Ready Rub version. Because I'll be able to pick that up by the pound and jar it. But really, really is a quite nice, delicious, creamy tobacco. And I really do love this stuff. So once again, 5 out of 5 stars for Mac Baren's HH Old Dark Fired. Hope everybody enjoyed the review. Have a great rest of your weekend. And as always, you too, keep on piping.
I am the king of the jungle. I'm the little dog. Said the king of the jungle makes me humble.